Hello, and welcome to episode 2 of Copper to Diamond. My name is Joda, and in this episode we're going to be taking a look at how important having a good team is. I'm going to do things a little different this episode. I'm going to be going through and providing voiceover on each of the clips to just show you what I was thinking at the time, what I did wrong, and what I can improve on. Now I want to provide a little disclaimer. As my name would suggest, you might think I'm pretty good at Rainbow Six. However, the exact opposite is true. At the moment I am ranked Copper 1. Which means that I'm not very good at the game. However, the goal of this series is to track my improvement and see what I learn along the way, and maybe provide some helpful tips for new people who are starting to play Rainbow Six. So without further ado, let's get into the first clip. So as you can see here, my first intention was to soft roam and see if we can catch anybody on the way to the site. However, I just heard somebody break the reinforcements on the door directly to my right, so I'm trying to hold that angle pretty hard. What I did not hear was somebody breaching the wall behind me, and I didn't react quick enough to turn around and fire on anybody. But this is one of the best examples of exactly how slow my reaction time is right now, and that's definitely something I'm looking to. Now this second clip is round 3 of a ranked match, where my teammates basically did everything in the first 2 rounds. You can see that here at the beginning I'm trying to hold these 2 angles between the window and the doorway pretty hard, but then I realized that my teammate has the window covered so I can focus solely on the door. I see the enemy in red peek a couple times, but I don't think he sees me because he didn't fire any shots, and I didn't fire any shots back at him because I didn't want to give away my location right off the bat. So I waited till I had a clear shot, I took the shot, and then I just injured him. I then realized that I could actually crouch and have a really good angle on exactly where he was trying to peek from, so I did that and took him out. I really thought about not including the rest of this clip just because it shows exactly how new I am to this game. But the rest of this clip is pretty rough, so here you go. Now this clip needs a little explanation because as you can see up in the top, we're already down 3 people and they have all 5 of theirs left. Basically 2 of them team killed and 1 of them decided to run in really quickly, which is why we have the diffuser in a sticky spot where they have blown the ceiling above it and are watching it pretty heavily. I get a pretty good shot on this first guy who decided to try to rush me outside, and then since I know that this whole team has been playing very spread out the entire game, I try to run inside through the same window that he came out. Now, I'll be the first to admit that I totally should have seen the guy hiding in server before I did. I should have had a quicker reaction time on that. However, I feel like the next couple seconds were really a very good play, and something I'm pretty proud of. I take the 2 upstairs out. We knew they were up there, and then I try to peek again on server. He wasn't there, and then as soon as I go into the room, he decides to peek. Knowing that I'm the last person alive, I decided to try to rush him, and I was taken out pretty quickly. Should be clear on diffuser.
One op 4 remaining. The diffuser has been recovered. You must recover the diffuser. Friendly last operator standing. We have been eliminated.
Good job, team!
This next clip was actually the very next game that we played, and I noticed pretty quickly that they broke open this reinforced wall. I see where it's at, and I get an angle where I can hide, where my body's not going to be shown, but I can still peek pretty easily. My problem was that I didn't change the angle that I was peeking from, and therefore I actually stuck my body right out for her to shoot. This is probably the worst experience I've ever had with a team on Rainbow Six. We played a very close first round, but it was pretty clear that the other team was better than us, so we had one teammate leave, which isn't entirely uncommon. So I'm minding my own business, putting my Capkin mines down, and then all of a sudden, my teammate decides to throw a C4 down and blow two of us up, making it, instead of a 4v5, now it's a 1v5 because he got kicked for killing us both. However, I will say the other team was very nice and courteous about it. They offered to do a knife fight, which was a lot more fun than them just coming in and slaughtering us every single time. So
Wait,
as
what
you
are we
can see in
doing?
the next couple clips, we're
I mean, I
gonna
think
run
we're
out
gonna go
there,
outside
have a
and
pretty
try
good
to
time.
knife.
At the end of the day, the other
knife
team
fight,
being good sports really
I think
helped
so. I
make
mean, we may
the,
as well. It's a
whole
3-on-5.
experience a lot more enjoyable. I'll be the first to admit that I'm not very good at knife fights, but I did have quite a bit of fun while doing it. Hey, watch out. Hear somebody down the stairs, so I slowly start to peek them. I get the kill, but then I just do one of the most blind, dumb things I think I've done thus far in Rainbow Six, and that is I did not see the obvious Maverick hole where he burned through the reinforced wall right over to my left, and instead I choose to stand right in front of it and just instantly died. Honestly, this clip really makes me kind of sad because that is something that I definitely should have seen, especially since my teammate had just called out that there was a Maverick right over here by Red Bull. And that's exactly what I do here. As you can see, my whole team's on the other side, and I go up these stairs and I'm able to take somebody who was watching their angle out before they got there. Now, unfortunately, if you keep watching, I die because I got thrown C4 right underneath me. Only so much I can do about that. I'm entirely disappointed about that death, but definitely something to keep working on.
Good.
Well, now this C4 death, however, I'm pretty upset about for a couple different reasons. I knew there was an enemy here because he was just pinged. It turns out it was Clash. Clash peeks the doorway, and so I try to throw a couple grenades, and the first grenade does go in but doesn't go the direction I wanted to. The second grenade doesn't even go inside the window. Now at this point I've successfully alerted everybody on their team that I am right here at this window trying to come in, and so they all rush me. The Clash switches sides and somebody else runs in. What I should have done is stood still and shot them or shot the C4. Instead I tried to turn and run and died. Now in this one I have been alerted that there is an enemy right around the corner here to the left past the stairs. So I try to slowly make my way around and see if he's in there. My teammate has a much better angle on the doorway, so he goes ahead and goes in and tells me to flank. I don't know where he wants me to flank from, so I just kind of go my own way and do my own thing.
Flank from smoke or
This is probably the most embarrassing death that I had this entire game, maybe ever. As you can see, I step outside the door and then just absolutely, completely didn't see my enemy standing right in front of me and just get This is another fantastic example of why some of the teammates you're going to get on Rainbow Six are just absolutely the worst. You can see I'm just running around again, trying to put my Kapkan mines down, minding my own business, try to shoot at a drone and instantly just get shot right in the back of the head. Now my teammate tried to claim that he was looking at a drone.
Sorry, bro.
You watch his kill cam, he was aimed at the back of my head the entire time. But there's only so much you can do about that. You're going to get teammates like this the more you play, and that's something that I've learned and I'm trying to work with.
Do we want to go in through the garage door or no?
This last clip is one of my favorites just because, well, I didn't do that well. I still was able to pull the win out for my team.
They honestly didn't even barricade.
So we bust through garage door, person gets some gas going in there, throw a couple grenades. We have a couple people pinging, but I tried to shoot it with smoke. But at the end we realized that the only way we're really going to win this is if we actually go in there.
Located a bomb. You must recover the diffuser.
Got a really good shot on Doc.
Thank God, I got a kill!
Around to help my teammate. I really should have reloaded here, but he jumps over the side, switch guns, and get the win for the team.
Over here?
Op 4 eliminated.
I did. Well, that's all I had for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I plan on making more content like this pretty consistently, hopefully at least once a week, if not more than that. If you enjoyed watching this, I'd really appreciate you leave a comment, tell me what I can do to improve, what you enjoyed, what you'd like to see more of in the future. Then if you would subscribe and like this video, I'd very much appreciate it. I'll see you in the next video.